Oh, well, my name's Fox, and I told you, and I'm Bit Fox, and this is a little thing I want to talk about, because I've been looking on the internet, and it seems that a lot of bad things have happened since, Screw Attack's Superman, versus Goku thing. If you ever go to any Goku things where Goku's fighting, or usually if it's Superman, you will find in the comments section of a lot of people saying, "If you, Goku, was supposed to win death battle, all this crap." And if you see my shirt right now, you can tell I like Superman and Goku. Um, this is actually one of my favorite shirts. Well, this is one of my favorite shirts. I got a lot of compliments on this, but like I see a lot of people get angry saying like Goku should have won Death Battle, all this stuff. Superman should have lost. One thing is Goku's not Goku. Superman is incredibly strong and basically Superman's Superman. He's basically the god of superheroes in a sense because he even fights gods. And then Goku is basically the gods of anime because he is part of the one series that made a lot of people like anime, including myself, which allowed me to get into anime and stuff like that. Is why I do a lot of anime things, is because Dragon Ball Z was the very first anime that I ever watched before I even knew what the fudge anime was, or Japan. But a lot of people get angry about it, and honestly, I'm gonna say like right now that like Goku versus Superman. Like, Screw Attack said that Kai does not count as magic, and they specifically say that magic and Kai are two solely separate things. I just took it as Kai was a different form of supernatural energy. So, in a sense, unless it's going by film theory logic, let's go by, film theory's theory that it was the energy, the Kamehamehas and such are actually just the electromagnetic forces forming into a plasma ball. Check out Film Theory, awesome thing. Same guy who does Game Theorist. But he does he's a plasma ball, which in sense, if that's the case on why there's the blast and stuff like that, I can understand why. I guess I can understand why Superman does not get hurt by such blasts. But if we're going by Kai is still a supernatural energy, then yes, I believe it should still hurt Superman. Although, in a sense, either way that I see it, either way, at some fraction of a number or some bullcrap like that, Superman can win just as Goku could win. Also, it's merely amounts of how many times they battle and the different times of reaction. Like Goku could have won if he basically didn't destroy the kryptonite in the first one, or if he thought to bring kryptonite to the second fight. Possibly, because then there's also the movie Superman Returns, where Superman picks up a island of kryptonite. And there's also the point that Doomsday killed him for a year, and then Superman returned. And I don't even take that out of context. Goku dies, yet returns a year later. Although that's more because they wish him back. Although, isn't there some points where he still comes back to Earth every once in a while, even if he's dead sometimes? Which I remember correctly because I've watched a lot of it. And to a lot of people who say like, "Oh, Goku wouldn't be that selfish or something like that, one that fights and stuff." I'm not sure if I still have it. I think it's somewhere downstairs. The box set VHS of the first season of Dragon Ball Z. And I remember watching that one time, and there was a point where one of them said, "Go, Goku, you're so pure of heart, you never kill anyone," and all this stuff. And I actually had to take a double take on that. I'm like, wait, Goku doesn't kill anyone? Raditz? I'm not sure about Frieza, because he dies and comes back, like, what? He died, he came back in one movie, I believe. Then didn't he kill his brother, and then his brother came back in another movie? Or did he leave Frieza alive? Because Namek blew up. I have no freaking idea. I should really look up something, but Goku, like they said, like the Japanese translation actually was, a Japanese version is, Goku is some kind of selfish, which I could see. Is Goku a hero still? Yes, highly. Could he be selfish at times? Possibly, yeah. Because I'm pretty sure he does kill a few people. Even he kind of even pulls. And I think about it, Superman kind of did the whole like, well, not really innocent because Raditz gets killed, which you can say, oh no, Piccolo killed him. Well, Goku held him down. I'm sorry if I'm looking down. It's because let me just close this. Goku held him down. That's accustomed to being the helping with the murder or with the killing, but he does kill a few people. You can say he's sometimes selfish every once in a while. Although the English dubbed version, technically, I guess he's not that selfish because in this version he's dubbed to be less selfish. So, in that sense, you have Japanese Goku and then you have American Goku, you could say. So in that case, either is wrong, but still there is still in the Japanese version because they in Screw Attack they take all the forms basically, and then put them together. So, but yeah, like when I first watched the first Goku versus Superman, I was rooting for Goku, and like, but as soon as I saw Goku shoot Superman into the sun, I'm like, yeah, he lost, he's done, he's gone. This one, they had him with his God form and then his Super Saiyan God form, which I have not seen either movie that has either of those. Super Saiyan 4 was like one of my favorite forms, even though I never actually watched GT. I played, what is it, Budokai? It was one of the older games where you actually got to move around a little bit more and like it didn't cut to cutscenes when you do blasts and stuff. Super Saiyan 4 was my favorite form, especially when, like how he looked, and then also when you do the 10 times Kamehameha. Awesome, I loved it. But yeah, I don't know. It was just like Goku. Yeah, Superman went most likely, assuming God form, unless it's not unlimited. Because if God's form is unlimited in a sense and stuff like that, I could see Superman and Goku fighting like Chuck Norris and that one dude for Sega. Keep fighting forever until, well, it actually depends, because if they fight forever and they knock Superman into like the red sun, or wait, it was the blue sun? I think it's like the younger the sun, the stronger he becomes. Like if you knock him into a blue sun, I think he's like 10 times stronger. I'm not sure. I just found out about that. But if you knock him to a red sun, he gets weaker because his energy, because he doesn't gain any powers and makes him more human. Although he does still retain power, although he would just decrease quickly because his powers, Superman's powers actually kind of like a solar battery. The more you punch, the more energy it takes for him to, like, that more energy he takes. So at a point, you could beat him to basically an inch of his life to where they won't have any more energy anymore. Which I believe that's how Doomsday beat him, quote unquote beat him, because he still returned like what, a year later. But yeah, or if you're going by the Dark Knight Returns rules, which some people say, oh, that doesn't count because it's written by a dude who doesn't like Superman and like loves Batman. Yes, that is true, but it's still an alternate version of Superman, which they can still take into account. Which, honestly, I saw the anime version. I haven't actually read the comic. I actually like the cool power that he had, that he was actually able to touch the sunflowers and then absorb solar energy, or absorb their energy from there. That was a cool power, which I kind of wish, which I don't know if they kept that with like canon with Superman, but that was an epic power. Plus, also, he was beating the crap out of a whole bunch of ships and stuff, so you never know. He might have lost a lot of energy during that, and then when the nuke hit, I mean, whatever. But yeah, and also another thing that I saw, I was watching like Why Don't F with Superman or Superman's Power, which this one guy showed a clip of like one of the anime movies where he's fighting. One guy said, "Well, no reason to care about Superman because he's super OP and stuff like that." True, he is OP, and like I said, Doomsday killed him, and he came back a year later. And all these other things where I believe he's died multiple times, I'm not sure, and then he's resurrected or come back in some way, shape, or form. But, in a sense, there are still things like, sure, Superman probably can't die, but the people around him can. Which is, like I'm sure like they should like I just like there's yeah, Papa Kent. One thing that's like supposed to be like the uncle who's basically kind of like Spider-Man's how his uncle like Uncle Ben's Spider-Man's like reason or something like that, like saying well Great Parker's great responsibility. Superman's power, that's somewhat a little bit it's kind of a little bit different. Like you have all the, like super the let me try to fix my words. Uncle Ben to Spider-Man is like with great power comes great responsibility, where Spider-Man has to use his powers to help others. Papa Kent to Superman is you can have all the powers, you can have all these powers, but there are going to be some things that you can't control. Which, now that I think about it, there is somewhat of a well, not parallel, but like Spider-Man's is to try to use your powers for good. Superman's is you can use your powers to do whatever, but there are going to be some things that are going to be out of your control, such as what happened to Papa Kent. And also, that's the thing. Superman's trying to help others. I'm not sure how he's written nowadays and stuff like that. One of my favorite books is, I should reread it sometime. It's Superman Earth, I believe Superman Earth 1, where, like, they did a whole, it was like another reboot. Like, they did a Batman Earth 1, Superman Earth 1. I got Superman Earth 1 and book 1 and 2. I liked it. It was pretty cool. I like that, like, that one, like, it was kind of like Man of Steel, although I wish they kind of used more of Man of Steel to it, because in this book, you see Superman, well, I don't know why I'm not sure if this is going off topic or not, but, like, you see Superman, he's trying to figure out what he's going to do, he tries, like, all these different things to try to help people and stuff like that, but in the end, the best thing he can do is actually, you know, fight these greater evils and stuff like that. And the thing is, I don't know, it's just in a sense that I guess, sure, Superman can't die in some cases, because I'm pretty sure there's a comic book somewhere where he dies. I think, Superman at Earth's End or something like that. One book that Linkara did where he got, I'm a man! And, you know, punch. I'm throwing out a lot of YouTubers, or people. In that one, like, yeah, that one I think he dies in the end. I'm not quite sure. I forget. But, Superman, like, he can get hurt. He can get badly wounded. He can possibly die. I'm not quite sure on that fact. But I just want to say, like, sure, Superman can't get killed. Or, like I said, he can't get killed or whatnot. But the people around him can. Which is kind of the more things like, sure, he's OP, sure, he's super strong. But it kind of goes into the fact that, like, Superman can, like, let's say the world like, I don't know, I guess in a good way if they ever, I'm not sure if they do this in these, but, like, it'd be good because you would have to keep it to where, sure, Superman is still a superhero, he's trying to help people and stuff like that. But having the world in trouble is basically why he's there, trying to save people and stuff. If there's something that's so powerful that, like, Superman can't get there in time or something like that, that would kind of make sense. Like, even in, like, Earth 1, there's even a point where the bad guy monologues to Superman, and Superman's like, really? Why are you telling me to plan and stuff like that, like a comic book villain? He's like, oh, it's so that I could set up a drill on the other side of your Earth while also on another side of your Earth, so that way you can't get to either of them on time. Like, there are ways they can dupe Superman. There are ways that they can do all these things. Because really, in the end, I'm not sure how, again, I haven't read any books. The Earth being in peril is kind of the thing. Like, I'm not sure how many people die in Superman. I know Batman, people are insane, so there's people dying, there's murders and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure there's murders and stuff in Superman. And even like, I think it's Superman Doomsday, when they have one point where, a kid dies, and Superman, I put quotations because if you haven't seen it, I'm gonna put a twist. There's a twist in there, so spoiler alert. Doesn't save a kid and goes ballistic and kills a lot of people. Which, in a sense, I guess that's kind of the thing. Like, I don't know. It was just, I guess it's just that one little comment that I read that I was just like, Oh, we don't need to worry about Superman. Don't worry about Superman. Worry about the people in peril. Because that's who you really need to worry about. Superman's fine. But, yeah. Superman versus Goku. Screw Attack. I liked it. It was fun. You really didn't need... You don't need any gratification from me anyway, so what does it freaking matter? But I liked it. It was good. The only thing that I would say that, the whole Kai thing, if it's considered still a supernatural entity, I would assume it would still hurt Superman. Even though it's considered not magic, I would still consider it being able to hurt Superman only because it's still a supernatural power, unless you're going by film theory, which the theory is it being plasma, which in that case, okay, yeah, I can understand, because Superman freaking blows out a star. But, yeah, that's about it. I liked the fight. It was good. In some scenarios or some way that could happen, Goku could win if he knows Superman's weaknesses, which he doesn't in the first fight, but in the second fight technically he does. But then that also take on preparation. He would have to be prepared to do that, Goku. So, and Death Battle is all about them basically first meeting or not being prepared for it. So really, Goku versus Superman 2 really wasn't a rematch so much as a continuation of the fight, because if it was a rematch, then Goku would have probably been prepared. So, although if they would have just did a remaster one, it probably would have been a little bit smarter. Not really a little bit smarter, but anyways. Yeah, that's one thing though. Screw Attacks, Death Battles are supposed to be them first meeting for the first time. Also, Screw Attack. You did Batman versus Superman. Do Man Spider versus Man Bat. I want this to happen. This would be an awesome fight. I would think it would be. But, yeah, that's my 2 cents I wanted to throw in there. Superman Earth 1. Check that comic book out. I've been copying other YouTubers. Might as well try to copy Link. I say I'm copying because I do watch their videos and stuff. I'm like, I would like to try it. Why the fudge not? I have nothing really to... Do I have anything to lose? Really? Well, I have 171 subscribers to lose. If my channel, for some reason, gets flagged for copyright infringement or any point of that, I will upload a video telling you where my next channel will be. Hopefully that doesn't happen. Please don't. But, yeah, that is my 2 cents. It's like Lord of the Rings, so many endings. But yeah, that's the only thing I wanted to bring up. Death Battle was fun. Goku could win in other situations, especially considering Kai being supernatural energy, could still be used similar to magic, since I believe it's just similar. It is similar to magic, just a different form of magic, especially since Screw Attacks, since you're going by alternate universes and such, magic and Kai and all these other things are usually used for mysticism and stuff like that, so usually would be considered magic. Just wanted to throw that out there. I do not need to see a Superman versus Goku Battle 3. I was good with the first one, seriously. And eventually, hey, Screw Attack, 1 minute melee. Just let Goku win. Just let Goku win. That'll probably put a lot of people to rest. Except then all the Superman fans will probably get angry and whatever. Either way, yeah, that's probably one way to cushion the blow, but then again, that's also pandering. Bro, I don't know if that's pandering, but I don't know. Yeah. Good fight. I liked it. Superman would take from this. Goku is awesome. Superman is awesome. Kai is usually I believe is usually used as mystical or spiritual kind of energy. So if we ever have Superman versus Kingdom Hearts, actually, you know what? Let's not see that. But if we ever have like Kingdom Hearts, I believe even like the Keyblade or Kai Blade uses magic. So, but anyways, That was like my only gripe with Screw Attack was that. Nothing else about that fight was bad. Superman versus Goku, awesome fight. Leads to a lot of funny things like Dragon Ball Z versus the DC universe. Funny animated video. The people who said this is how Screw Attack, this is how Death Battle should have happened. I'll say that's an alternate dimension, alternate version of the fight. Sure. If Goku knew Superman's, if he dropped the whole point of Death Battle being the two not knowing each other and just going into a fight, sure. Also, Superman really doesn't kill except for Man of Steel, which in that case, although I think Superman does kill a few times in the comic books, if I remember correctly, someone's saying. I'm not someone who reads all the comics. Like, I read them occasionally. But anyway, let me end this video here because it's already going on 21 minutes. Thank you everyone so much for watching. If you like this video, please let me in the link in the description below. If you didn't like any of... Tell me more about Superman in the comments below. Tell me more about Goku in the comments below. Anything I might have missed. I'm not sure if Super Saiyan God or Super Saiyan... What is it? Super Saiyan... God mode Super Saiyan? I don't know. If those are unlimited powers, in that case... Superman versus Goku probably would have ended like Chuck Norris versus that one dude. I forgot his name. He's gonna punch through the wall. Don't you forget my name. But probably would have ended similar like that. The stars would have ended, and it would have ended with Chuck Norris and this guy and Goku and Superman all meeting up at one point, and then you'd have an epic 4-way battle. Either way, thank you everyone so much for watching. Want to check out more videos I've done? Click the link in the description below. Tell me in the comments below what you liked about if anything you liked about this, or what you didn't like about it. Anyway, thank you everyone so much. Please check out all my other videos. Check out all the things I said. Top of the Fourth Wall, Film Theory. I think those were the only two actually. It said Screw Attack. If you're watching this, I don't know. But anyway, thank you everyone so much for watching. If you'll check out more videos that I've done, click the link in the description below, and we will see you later.